Welcome to week 28, distance learning with Mr. Fuchs at Turner Elementary School this year, um, sixth grade. This is March 22nd through March 26th. I got a little bit of information to share with you to try and help us out through this week and getting us prepared for the stuff that's coming up. I'd like to start by saying that Friday was the end of the third quarter. So your students should have all of their old work and assignments turned in because I am currently finalizing all of the report card grades and everything that I need because I have to turn all that in this afternoon by 3 o'clock. So there's not a lot that can be done at this point. We have a lot that we have already done. Man. With that said, I mean, we are three-fourths of the way through the year already, three-quarters of the way through the year already. So, congratulations. Thank you for what we have done so far and what we have gotten through. Look at that pie. We are that close to being done already. And one of the best parts about this is we are going to be getting close to actually coming back. Okay. So, coming up on now where we're on the fourth quarter, and it is important for us to finish this year out strong. And one of the best parts about being able to finish this year strong is that many of the students that are choosing to are going to be able to come back in at least a limited fashion, that they're going to be able to come back. And I'm so happy that those of you that are wanting to come back are being able to be given at least some type of opportunity to do that. I need to channel my inner uh, coach right now, and just say it's not about how we've gotten here. It's not about what we've done so far. It's not about how much we've struggled. But at this point, it is about how we finish. So you can just kind of forget what you've done and pick yourself up if you've struggled so far, because this is a new quarter, and go with what we have and finish strong. And I know this might be a little more sportsy than some of you might be used to or accustomed to, but at this point, my inner coach is coming out again. Regardless of what has come before or what is yet to come, what matters most right now at this time of year is how you choose, your student chooses to respond to the challenges before us. Are we going to lie down and fight and continue to accept this learning the way it is? The choice is mine, your students, and you should choose to finish this year strong. It's not that much left in the year. We need to finish strong. That's from Dan Green. So when we do return, there will be a new schedule and a new way of returning to the campus. Uh, it does not take effect right away, but I want you to kind of understand what's happening. Yeah, I pushed for many of you to take a survey, or I don't know if it was survey is the right word, but I wanted you to share your voice and your opinion so that you could choose whether or not your students would come back if you wanted them to. And if you chose for them to be returning in person, you will find out this week sometime whether they will be in student group A or student group B. And if you chose for them to stay digitally online, they'll be in student group C. And if you did not take the survey, they will remain in student group C as well. Now, no matter what, on each of these days, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, they still will be attending class. It just depends on whether it will be online or in person. On each of the days, they will still be attending class. You can see here if they're in group A, they will be in class on those days, and then learning online the other blue days, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. And if they're in B, they will be in class on Thursday and Friday, and then learning online on the other days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Now, my intention, and from what I understand, is that we will all be learning all together, just kind of very similarly to the way we've been learning already. That's my intent, to kind of keep trucking along the way we're doing. But now that I will have a select group in the classroom, there's a few extra things that I can add to, especially that group that will be in the classroom with me. I'll be able to monitor them much more closely, not distance wise, but with my eyes at least, to keep an eye on them, making sure that they are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and maybe being able to help them in a much easier way, just being right there. Um, so, yeah, I'm looking forward to that quite a bit. That does not start the very week we come back from spring break, just so we're clear. That week we come back from spring break, only the kindergartners, preschool, I don't know preschool, I don't know about them, but only the kindergartners through second graders come back um, to in-person school that first week. The second week, April 13th, is the week that we would come back to in-person school. April 13th is the week you want to know. All right. I keep saying come back. By the way, our spring break. A lot of people have asked me when is spring break. Uh, Spring break starts Saturday. This Saturday is basically the first day of spring break. We take off all of next week, and then we take off Monday. We come back Tuesday, April 6th. Now, on that Tuesday, we are still online because that week is the week that the kindergartners through second graders come back to school and try to figure everything out first. We get the little kids a warm up week. Then we will come back, those of you that have decided to, that following week. Okay. But our spring break is this Saturday is when it starts. When we come back Tuesday, April 6th, our schedule will change. Even though we won't be on campus, our schedule will change. So let me talk about that briefly. You'll hear it referred to as the red schedule or the simultaneous learning schedule. It's fine. The Monday schedule does not change at all. So I'm not even going to go over it. You just need to know on Mondays, we only meet from 9 o'clock to 9:30, and I assign the students 210 minutes of asynchronous learning. Asynchronous means they do work on their own. 210 minutes, that is 60, 3.5 hours of work. They have 3.5 hours of work they're doing on Monday on their own. Every Monday when we have school. Every Monday. So now the rest of the schedule you've probably seen before. It looks like this. There's a lot to this schedule that you can find online. If you just type in Fresno Unified Red Schedule, return to in-person schedule, you can find it very easily. I'm going to focus on the times. So I'm going to zoom in here. Okay, what you need to know is that our times will be longer. I will be helping to teach, not watch, but teach your children for longer. That is one of the things that is going to be the biggest difference that your children are going to hate, I mean, love. Um, First things first, the first session is going to be the longest session of the day. They're going to probably not like it that much. Oh well. Our sessions are 45 minutes each. This first session will be 70 minutes. 70 minutes in the first session. Green means go or go time, and blue means break. So every time you see a blue, it's a break. Basically, that's like our recess time or lunchtime. You'll see there's 2 breaks. Every other session after that one is going to be just an hour. Now, when we get back to being actually in person, in reality, I'm not sure that some of these are going to actually be quite 60 minutes because when I'm on campus and have a group of students, some of that time there is going to be in like walking into the classroom, exiting the classroom, and things like that. So there might be a few minutes here where we're lining up to leave and we have actually exited the meeting and we're walking into the classroom and we're getting onto the meeting. So there might be a few minutes that we shave off a little bit, but that's still yet to come. But I do want to warn you that this is a big change, big change because it's almost a complete hour. It's more than a complete hour of extra time that your students are surprised to find. Will be surprised to know. Some of you might have noticed I've been out a few days recently. I just want to let you know that I have been dealing with a bit of a health issue, and I wanted to thank you for your continued support. I'd also like to thank our student teacher, Mrs. Panuna, who has stepped up and done a fabulous job filling in for me and helping our class not miss a beat. I would also like to continue to thank those parents and all of your parents, who are just doing such a phenomenal job in this difficult environment we have, and just putting up with it and helping these kids get through it. So thank you. Um, yeah. With that said, this Friday we're having our spring party at 12:30 in our last session of our class. I encourage you to stop by when your kids are in session and poke your head in and just take a peek and see what kind of fun we're having this Friday because we're going to have a good time. Thank you.